We begin this week's highlight show at Maloney Park, where Mar achieved the upset result of the day with their first BT Premiership win since November. However, it was Charlie Shiel in the uncharacteristic number 10 shirt who struck first for Curry on the intercept and touching down under the sticks. Here's Mar's response, and it's Glasgow Warriors recovering international winger Lele Amasanga crashing over in the corner. And then more of the same from another returning internationalist, Samu Vunisa. Then Mar added to their tally. A lovely step off the left foot there from Scott Bickerstaff. Good try. That was the 10-metre line that Connor Bickerstaff received the ball and brushing off the tackle of Charlie Shiel, and that was the bonus point in the can for Mar. Second half, Curry fight back, Stephen Ainsley scores, and then Robbie Nelson goes through, but the points went back to Ayrshire. To the green yards, and Melrose ensured they would finish in top spot at the end of the regular season with a victory over Heriots. Murdo McAndrew sniping in from close range there for their opening try. They also scored a penalty try in the first half and began the second half with a characteristic thumping driving maul, and its hooker Russell Anderson emerging with the ball. Heriots, who'd yet to score, fought back with a try through prop Martin Buab. And then flanker Jack McLean benefited from that guddle behind the Melrose line for his try, but Melrose emerged victorious. To Megatland now, and a repeat of the cup clash between the Edinburgh rivals from last Saturday, and it was Boroughmuir who dominated the early exchanges. Chris Laidlaw orchestrating behind the scrum, and in goes Grant McConnell for the opening try. Finn Field lively in the Boroughmuir open play. Dummies to Keddy, and in goes Greg Canny for Boroughmuir's second score and a 15-0 interval lead. Into the second half now, and Watsonians need to regroup. And here's Rory Drummond. Bosch's 4 tackles, and that's a good score for the former Howe flanker. Oh, midfield break there. Good combination between the centres. And here's replacement back rower Gregor Nelson to score. Watsonians close range, and another former Howe man, Michael Fido, goes over for a decisive try. First half dominance was the order of the day at Millbrae, and it was the hosts in fine fettle. David Armstrong exploits the narrow side, and it's a run in for Lewis Anderson. Here giving width to the ball. A timely intrusion from Grant Anderson at fullback. Their second try. Oh, referee playing advantage from the quick tap. Who reacts quickest? Of course, David Armstrong. The scrum half goes in for the score. Ball goes out wide, and it's James Armstrong. Just before the break, Dalton Redpath in the scrum cap scoring for Hoyk. And then from a slightly longer distance, that was his brace. The evergreen Hoyk captain, Bruce McNeil, strikes from close range, but the last word went to the hosts, and Tommy Spinks thunders over. At Bridgehoch, Glasgow Hawks notched the opening try, and it's the Scotland under-20 cap Mark New crashing over. Looks a nice sunny day at Bridgehoch. Here's County on the attack. Hamilton Barr leaves the visitors' defence in something of a blur with that try. County backs, giving a bit of air to the ball. Ready for the inside pass. The veteran Ross Curl. Good finish. Now we could play a question of sport, what happens next here? Can you tell? Yes, it's Curl on the trademark intercept. And in he goes for his second try. Deep in injury time now. County very close to the score. And there goes Rayner Kennedy. Stirling securing their position in the BT Premiership next season.
Max Love in position to recycle when the ball's available. On towards Richard Mill. There's Conor Harini accelerating up and over that 22, back inside to Richard Mill. The covering player is Turnbull, but he's not going to catch him, and Richard Mill, with 4 minutes on the clock, scores the opening try. Love back in field. Luther Harini with that headband. He's managed to escape the tensions of the initial line of Gala defence, taken on by Pearce. Love back inside to Mill. A cutting run here from the hooker. Good work there from Callum Black. Love once more. Luther Harini, the long loop pass. Chalmers is the spare man, receiving the ball from James Pearce, and Chalmers is there for a second try. Love, Luther Harini, out to Conor Harini. 10 minutes on the clock. Aki's leading by 10 points to 0. Spears, he's slipped there. Ronan Sadak putting him under pressure. It's hacked forward, and Alan Eamon can't gather, and Spears misses it a second time, and it's hacked forward this time by Clement Lacour. He can't quite gather it. Robin Snape's up in support. Inveraki somehow have found themselves 3 metres short of this Gala line. Here come the reinforcements. Love back towards Richard Mill. Mill close towards those posts. Now you can see Sadak with the scrum cap. Right up with play. Sadak picks the ball up. Ronan Sadak dives and lunges for the line and over for the try. Sadak finds himself in the outside right position. Lovely running here by the second row. On there to Matt Cooper, and Matt Cooper scores the bonus point try. As Gala continue to be under pressure. Inwood now, back row forward. Makes a few metres. Love back in field. Jamie Soule this time, driving ever closer towards the line. 3 metres short. Aki's feel they can get a fifth try before the break. Lovett is the man who touches down. Ball to the pads of the posts. Love on towards James Pearce, the loose head, carried forward by Black, the hooker. Love in position again. Richard Mill on towards Inwood. Inwood takes it. Lovely little reverse pass through the legs there. The two Harinis link up, but that was made there by Robert Lovett, and Conor Harini touches down. A glorious score. Look at this from a second row forward. Gala pressing, looking for something, a foothold in the game. Gunter feeding the ball just inside. Watson carries it forward. Great double tackle there from Ed Marakis, led by Neil Armstrong. Gunter again. Blair Reevely this time, feeding on to Keddy. There's Logan, he takes a couple of players with him. Spears is a man outside, and that man is John Turnbull, and there's the score for the visitors. Chalmers on towards Luther Harini, the fullback. Richard Mill carries it forward, all in the angle. Cooper now, the right winger, breaking up, and a lovely reverse pass for Conor Harini to score another try for the home side. Johnson recycles well, back in field. And Marakis have got 2 men up. Jamie Soule on towards Chalmers, and Chalmers touches down, and that will be the try that will surely conclude the game.
Obviously we got off to a bit of a slow start, and I think in that second half it could have maybe crumbled and fallen away a bit, so I was pretty pleased that we managed to sort of tighten things up a bit, get that score in the second half as well, which was pleasing for me.
Everyone likes to get their hands on the ball, and we play good open rugby, and there's no selfish players in this team. I think that's the big thing, is everyone's really putting it in for each other. So I think that shows on the score sheet. Everyone gets their hands on the ball, and luckily they get some dots as well.